Alright, so what's up? Welcome back. Um, as the title of the video suggests, this is going to be a rapid update. So the thing behind this one is pretty simple. I had 3 items left, just that I bought recently, basically. And I thought that I would keep them maybe till the end of April, the beginning of May, and would put together with another bunch of items and do a bigger update. But then, fuck it, I thought I will do an update in May, at the end of the May probably. I have a plan to make it a very themed update. It's going to be a little bit about the bands not typically spoke about. So yeah, and the bands from the countries that are, not typically spoke about. So it's gonna have a theme there, and I'm getting the albums that I want from those certain countries and certain bands. Some of them are hard to find though, but still, I'm hopeful that I will do that themed update. So that's why I decided, fuck it, in order not to keep you guys waiting and to get rid of this stuff, I mean, like, to show it, I'm gonna do an update today. Only 3 items here. One is a t-shirt, so it's merch and CDs. Classic bands, you all know them. We are not drinking beer right now because I am actually having a work lunch, a work break. So I'm recording it on the work break. Yeah, so that's the reason behind this update. Thanks to everybody who wished happy birthday and shit like that on the previous update, politically incorrect. Cheers, guys. So yeah, but we are having a drink. It's zero sugar Pepsi, yeah, or Pepsi Zero, or Diet Pepsi. Interestingly enough, I was inspired to buy this one because I was reading American Psycho, the book. I picked up the book, decided to read it after maybe 10 times watching the movie. And there's a rant, how he goes on a rant there in the book about how Pepsi, the Diet Pepsi, Zero Pepsi, is better than the Coke, the Diet Coke. He so talks about the bubbles, the consistency, the taste. You know how he is very precise in his details, Patrick Bateman. I urge you to read the book. If you like the movie, read the fucking book. I read the book and then I returned to the movie, watched it, I don't know, like I said, for 11th time, and I was really disappointed in the movie. Like, it still is a good movie, but how much stuff they cut out of the movie, and how the scenes in the movie, they are not in the order in which they are in the book, actually. And I don't understand why they made the movie, since it's basically a psychological thriller in case of the movie, only 1 hour and 45 minutes long. I understand that the violence in the book, Jesus Christ, the violence is hyper violence. The level of details, you will learn some brands that you don't never heard about. You will learn the perfumes and the violence. The violence is like 10 out of 10. It's shocking. I understand why they didn't put it, but they had maybe like to add 15 minutes to the movie, to make it 2 hours long. They could have added much more context there. So yeah, I recommend reading you American Psycho, the book. You will be surprised. Cheers. I mean, I haven't drank it for ages. The problem with diet drinks is that you taste them, they are good, but they have this fucking aftertaste. In the background, we're listening to the band that we're going to talk about now. It's going to be the shirt. I'm going to try to show you the shirt. If you can hear it, it's excellent. From Sweden, 1989. The legendary Dissection. Jon, of course, I'm gonna call him Jon. I know that a lot of people call him Jon, John. The Americans and some Europeans even call him John, but I'm gonna call him Jon, because I think that's the correct pronunciation. Of course, this is a legendary Dissection. Picked up this shirt. The design it's okay. It's right for the summer. Like I said, established in 1989. Released, if there would have been there probably is, a list of most important albums in black metal. The Somber Lane and the Storm of the Light's Bane, which we're listening in the background, would make that list for sure. These are the most influential albums in the history of black metal. And of course, Dissection wrote its name in the history of black metal, not only by its music, but also by its controversial status and by blood, may I say, because you know the story. In 1998, Jon got 10 years for murder. Wait, if I remember correctly, the person was also whom he murdered was also a homosexual. So there was a company of them. They murdered him, and he went 10 years into the prison. Of course, it was also speculated that it was connected with the Temple of Black Light, which was an occult satanic organization, and misanthropic Luciferian order. So Jon was really passionate about his Satanism. And after he was released in prison, he made a very, very successful comeback, in my opinion. Of course, a lot of people think that Reign Chaos, released in 2006, is not that good or is an average album. I think it's a great comeback. You have to understand that people are not getting younger. They're not gonna do the same fucking music that they did 10 years ago. And I think it was a brilliant comeback. He toured, so everything was going absolutely amazing for him. But as a true Satanist, he decided, well, not as a true Satanist, somebody's gonna say, I'm a true Satanist, so should I do it? So, true to his beliefs, he decided to take his own life on 13th of August, right? I think. Yeah. They found his body, basically. He shot himself, and there were candles all around, so he made it look like a satanic ritual. So it's interesting because there are things that he said about taking his own life in some interviews. I'm gonna quote him. It's not a direct quote. Basically, he said that Satanist decides his own fate, prefers to go out with a smile when he reaches the peak of his life, and he chooses death before dishonor. Anti-cosmic metal of death. Of course, Dissection is primarily known for its melodic black metal style, but you know, there are hints of other musical genres, and it's a very influential band, you know. And Jon, of course, is an influential figure. I don't understand people here. I watched some videos of people here, of course. Let me put it and get a drink while I rant. I hope this video is not going to be too long. So I watched some people here on YouTube, and they are like, oh, Dissection is my favorite band, but you know, Jon was a piece of shit. Well, I don't think he was a piece of shit. I think he was a person who, obviously, it's wrong to do such things, but he had his own beliefs, you know, and plus he was young during that time, so his beliefs might have changed. At least on the murder, maybe. And so they go on this rants, like saying, like, oh, yeah, I don't. In this case, I separate the art from the artist. Yet it's the same people who can't separate Burzum, Varg. You know, because Varg said something. You know, very weird people. I also heard the same shit, like where people were upset that Insan said that Faust had served his sentence, and he doesn't see anything wrong with Faust, you know, the one who killed also a homosexual. And people were, I actually saw people who said, like, I'm getting rid of my Emperor discography or whatever discography or Insan discography because of these words, you know. But it's the law in Norway, you know, it's not the US or anything like that. You have to understand that he served like 16 years or 15 years, whatever, and he got out. So don't be such, you know, critics, especially of laws of other countries. Anyway, this is Dissection, legendary band, legendary frontman, legendary everything. Nice t-shirt, great for summer, I'm ready for it. Yeah, of course, you should know Dissection by now, come on, everybody knows it. But we're still staying in Sweden. We're going to go to another band. Let's put it here. Let's talk about this one. So this is, in my opinion, this is one of the most underrated black metal bands. Of course, hailing from Sweden, established in 1995, Lord Belial. Of course, if it's one of my videos, we have to talk about history and or Bible or something else or war. In this case, let's talk about the Belial thing. Of course, in Gnostic texts, Belial is a ruler of the underworld. In Bible, you will notice that how Christians say it's the word of God, thus it has to be very accurate. Of course, you will notice that in Bible, it's Belial, 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 Beliar, and so on and so on. Very, very accurate scientific book, of course. In that context, in some cases, Belial also means the one without mercy, or morning star, which is, of course, as we know, Lucifer is the morning star. In some concepts of the Bible, Belial represents void. In Satanic Bible, Anton LaVey, he's one of the four crown princes of hell. So basically Satan, Lucifer, Belial, and Leviathan. So there you go. Now that we got the history out of the way and we know that Bible is not a historical document and it's not accurate, we can continue with the music. Sixth full-length album from this Swedish band, released in 2005, 11 tracks, 44 minutes of black metal. Very, very high emphasis on this band has on melodic parts. In general, when you listen to this album, for example, you can actually feel that this is like a cult melodic black metal album. If you're a fan of Dissection, I think this album you will also like this album. There are some long guitar solos in this album. And basically, it's kind of a same formula. So there's like a long guitar solo that ends, go to blast beats, then shifts back to very somber, melodic, yet very memorable riff that is a repeating riff. And then it shifts back to the same thing. Again, it starts off with some guitar solo and so on and so on. And it's very interesting because the whole album, it feels like it's pretty, I'm gonna use the word satanically organic, Sometimes the melodies feel very, very similar to each other, yet there is enough catchiness, enough catchiness of those riffs to keep you interested in them. Like I said, it's a it has very, very organic flow to it. Again, the band is very underrated in my opinion. Of course, everybody probably knows about the first one, Kiss the Goat. It's a cult one. I still need to pick that up. Look at that cover art. Let's take a look inside. What else can I say about this band is the fact that I think it's, like I said, if you like melodic black metal, you should check it out for sure. If you're a fan of Dissection, I think this album will, basically will help you get rid of that dissection thirst, maybe for, I don't know, a week or two. Also, this is a very, like I said, underrated and a band that not usually gets mentioned. Even the Kiss the Goat album, I rarely see people mention it. So thus, I think it's very easy for newcomers in the black metal who are interested in finding something else, some new bands, yet they don't want to go into the raw part of black metal yet, or they feel they like the more melodic stuff. They should check out this one. It's very easy on the newcomers, in my opinion. Interesting thing here, as you can see. Thank you. To anyone who feels forgotten, write your name here. So there you go. You can be a part of Swedish black metal history. Write your name here if you are forgotten. Of course, I forgot to mention the name of the album. Like I said, it's a 6 full-length album, Nocturnal Beast. Taking a look again. The Belial logo. Yeah, great melodic black metal. Go check it out. I don't think you will be disappointed. It's definitely not boring. Lord Belial, Nocturnal Beast. Okay, one more to go. Cheers. This one will probably also have some history, but probably some Viking history. Viking, yeah. Okay, let's put the CD here. Okay, this one. Sarke. Bogefot. I'm gonna use Bogefot because I don't know how to pronounce it. Might be Bogefot, might be Bogfot. Sorry, I don't speak. I think Norwegian, right? So this is Sarke from Norway, established in 2008, and as I read, the band has split up or ended its existence in 2025. Hailing from Norway. Named after the drummer and founding member of Cult, Thomas Sarke Berglie, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the main striking thing about this one is that Nocturno Culto is on the vocals in this band. This is 4 full-length album released in 2006. 9 tracks, 35 minutes long. Let's take a look at the guys here. As you can see, all the members. This is a conceptual album. Like I said, we're gonna have history here too. Album is based on, and I'm gonna butcher this, Irbygia saga of people of Ire. There you go. Probably butchered everything there. Particularly, it's based on Thorolf Bogefot. This guy. This is actually a guy in the saga, right? It's a Viking saga. I think it was written in 13th century or something like that. So Thorolf Bogefot. So after his death, and he had some brutal death in that saga, he rises to bring back basically chaos and devastations, and he terrorizes the villages and kills the people and so on. So it's like a saga of a living Viking zombie. Interestingly enough, like I said, the album is conceptual, so it tells the whole story from the beginning of the end. On this album, they also used in acoustic passages, they used the guitar, which was 100 years old. So it's a very, very old instrument. Regarding the music, this is a very interesting one. It has a bleak, icy atmosphere, beautiful acoustic guitar passages on that particular guitar. One song is very interesting. It's called The Dawning. It's a ballad with a fantastic, almost, I don't know, Valkyrian-like female vocals, but above all the above, right? Above, yeah. Shit. Above all, it is blackened thrash. It's more of a black and thrash metal with almost rusty vocals. Very, very interesting parts. As you can see, vocals on the Downings by Beate Amundsen. So yeah, it's a very interesting album, conceptual album, and it's very, very riffy black and thrash metal. It has some slower parts, it has some faster parts, but it's well worth the listen. Again, I have not heard that many people talk about this band at all, especially considering the members of the band. As you can see, he's rising from the dead here, basically. But yeah, amazing stuff. what else can I say? You need to check it out. You need to listen to it for yourself. And make your own decisions about this one, because like I said, I'm not a real big fan of the black and thrash, but here it feels right. It feels more bleak, more cold, more atmospheric. So yeah, check Sarke out. It's a shame they ended. Maybe even someday I'll pick up more albums from them, but this one is pretty good. Sarke Bogepod. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this one. This one was pretty fast. Still, I hope I added some information to it to spice it up a little bit for you. Plus some merch, some talk about the book. Yeah, guys, like I said, next one I'm planning on doing a themed one based on some countries. I hope I will get all the stuff, and the next one after this might be a politically incorrect update. But priority is to do the themed one, politically incorrect, and then maybe the regular one. It depends on what comes out. I might post a video in April from a concert that I'm gonna go to. If I'm not gonna post a video, I'm gonna post a short. I haven't decided yet on this particular thing. But yeah, so yeah, something will be posted in April here, a short or a video from the concert. But the main focus is, of course, May. Wish you health, wish you luck, think for yourself, make your own decision, never let anyone tell you what to do or what to like or not to like. Do your own research, stay black metal and stay frosty.